Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. I promise you, man. Dude that sell the numbers. He said, man, won't you tell everybody that Tay's your man? I ain't gonna lie. I heard it, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I heard what was going on, but everybody didn't hear it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Everybody didn't hear it because, for one, we on the ball field. He's on the basketball court. He's talking to him directly. Maybe a couple of people on his pod probably heard it. But as far as my pod, my roommate them didn't hear it. Nobody really heard it. Matter of fact, my roommate homeboy, he stayed in the block. He didn't even come out the wreck. He stayed in the block with the Cocoon gang to stay on the phone to be the #1 stunner. That's what he was doing, man. So I looked at it like, I was like, yo, that's wild right there. I heard it. I was like, my word. Fat Craig said, man, go ahead with that, man. Go ahead with that, man. Stop hating, man. He called dude name. He said, stop hating, man. Stop hating, man. I don't be saying nothing when you be getting your money, man. He said, just because I'm getting my money, don't be hating on me. Don't be trying to hate on me, man. Look, man, don't worry about the money. Dude looked at him like, man, that was a great answer that you could have said. Like, that's a word. Like, dude's super grimy. Dude looked at him like, yeah, that was a great answer that you could have said just now. But yeah, all right. Yeah, look, next month, just have my $200. That's how we doing it. So he like, I got you. Don't worry about it. So dude dipped. You know what I mean? So dude, I see Fat Craig. He just took off, walked around back to the other side, kind of where 4 buildings at that gate, because they got 2 gates on the big yard, 1 by 1 and 2 building, 1 by 3 and 4 building. So he walked back over there where 3 and 4 building gate was at, like where we gonna let off the yard at. So he just was standing over there. You know what I mean? So I walked after like 3 laps. You know what I mean? I was like, man, let's stop. I was like, man, it was the cooler right there. Me and my homeboy went and got some water real quick, and we just posted up by the cooler. And he walked up. He was like, what's up, Weezy? I was like, what's up, man? You good, man? He was like, yeah, man, I gotta deal with this idiot, man. He was like, he's an idiot, man. He be hating, man. And he be hating, man. I'm like, yeah. So it was like a crazy kind of like situation, because I didn't say nothing, but it was like he was trying. I felt like he was filling me out to see if I was gonna say something. That's what I think. I think he was kind of like, let me see if Weezy gonna say something about this. And I'm like, I ain't say nothing yet. I'm thinking like, yo, should I tell my roommate? I'm like, no, I can't tell my roommate, because at the end of the day, I rock with Fat Craig. You know what I mean? But like, for real, like, if dude right, like, what is he doing talking to a dude on a jack? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand this. I don't know if this gonna be true. I don't know if this right or not. So he trying to feel me out. I don't say nothing about it the first 5 minutes of me and him having the conversation. So my homeboy that was standing there, he slid. He dipped off. He went to go holler at this man in the hole. It's the windows right there. We waiting to go back out of the 4 building to go back in. But 3 building is right there. 3C is right there. So all the windows of 3C, if you in the hole, you can talk to dudes from the big yard. Just like I tell y'all, when we be coming around the long way, you can talk to dudes in the window on the yard. You can do it as well. So my man went to go holler at somebody in 3 building. So it's just me and him standing there. So me and him standing there. And I'm just like, man, that joke, I want to say something bad. But I'm like, I don't really, like, I've never been a hater of people getting money. Now, this didn't affect me. This didn't affect me at all, y'all. This was one of those situations where it didn't affect me because I never had to get on the phone to get phone. I never had to do this, y'all. I never had to get on the phone to hear his girl do that, man. Like, this was something I just felt like it wasn't good for me to do. Like, now, if we had a cell phone, then yes, then definitely it would have been a lot. I'm letting y'all know now it would have been a lot. But without that, I still wasn't intrigued by it. But he still made his money because prison is full of freaky guys. That's what prison is, man. Dudes be freaky to the 9th power, man. Like, it'd be crazy. So, like, I didn't really know how to handle it at first. Like, I'm thinking to myself how, and I'm just trying to figure out. He just talking like it's regular, like it's a regular day, regular conversation with me and him. I'm just standing there trying to figure out my next move. That's what I'm thinking about, y'all. I'm trying to figure out what the next move gonna be, man. Like, my next move wasn't going to be to rat him out, though. Like, that wasn't like that. Like I say, if it affected me, it'd have been different. You know what I mean? But on the strength, though, But on the strength, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, but on the strength though, man, I was like, man, like he was just talking, like, yeah, bro, like man, crazy, man. Like, yo, when I get back, dude, got $30 waiting for me. You trying to make a meal? Like he just was talking and talking and talking. I'm just standing there, I got my hand in my pocket, and I'm just like, he's cool. I'm like, bro, don't shake, roll, and roll though. I'm like, oh, that junk crazy, man. So I was like, after the scanner told me he's not a shake, rattle, and roller, like that's when the sense hit me, y'all. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask. I said, yo. I said, look. He was like, what? He had a face like, what? I said, bro, listen. Bro, like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I said, I ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gotta worry about me saying nothing. I said, but look, like, I just have to know. I dodged that if that is the case. Now I said, now if this is true, what I'm about to say, I said, you petty for trying to line me up. I said, but at the end of the day, though, I ain't got nothing to do with it because I didn't get on that phone. You know what I mean? He was like, what you saying, Weezy? Just say it, Weezy. I was like, yo, look, is the lady Tasia, whatever her name is? I said, is that a dude? He was like, man, used to be. I'm like, what? He was like, used to be. I was like, what you mean used to be? He was like, man, look, I ain't messing with her. He said, man, that's my baby mama's sister. I mean, brother. I mean, that's like her sister now. I said, what do you mean sister, brother? What is the person, bro? What is this thing? He was like, used to be a dude. I'm like, used to be a dude? I said, how they, like, y'all know I'm still slightly young, green. Like, I'm like, bro, how can you used to be a dude? He like, I mean, they had to change. They had the sex change, Weezy. Like, people do that, man. You got his junk cut off. I'm like, oh. Pause wasn't invented yet, but still, though, I'm like, oh. He was like, yeah, well, you know, like, I'm gonna show you some pictures. I said, nah, I don't want to see no pictures, bro. He was like, nah, cause for real, I ain't show nobody. He said, it look just like a girl. You know what I mean? I said, but look, did it used to have wood though? He was like, yeah, it used to have the wood though. I'm like, why is this junk playing with the joint, bro? He was like, because she got a joint, bro. I'm like, yo, that's wild right there, man. He was like, man, at the end of the day, Weezy, man, like, business is business, Weezy, man. Like, I'm just trying to just survive. You know what I mean? Like, my baby mama said it would be a good idea. Nobody would know because dudes mess with him on the street. I mean, mess with her. He kept getting it mixed up. Or mess with her. I said, nah, you was right the first time. Dudes mess with him on the street? He was like, yeah. Dudes be messing with him on the street. I said, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I said, you better not let my roommate find out. I said, now, I'm gonna let you know. You don't have to worry about me saying nothing about that. I said, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, my roommate, he don't like dudes that shake, rattle, and roll. He said, I don't shake, rattle, and roll. I said, bro, listen, you think he's gonna believe that you don't shake, rattle, and roll? I said, now the story you gave me, do I believe it? I said, it's a possibility. I said, but I don't really think the surgery was done. I said, I don't think you know nobody that actually went through and did all that. He said, bro, I'm telling you, man, my baby mama's sister. I said, her brother. Stop saying her sister, bro. He was like, man, you know what I mean, Weezy, man. Like, no, they had it done. I'm gonna let you ask my baby. I said, bro, I ain't asking nobody nothing, bro. I said, I don't believe that part. Now, you can't tell me what to believe and what not to believe. I said, now, I do believe that, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that junk might look like a woman. You know what I mean? I said, but at the same time, though, bro, like, that's crazy for you to say business is business. He was like, man, business is business, Weezy. Like, they get to hear it. They hearing the noise. They get to hear all of that. Then business is business. I ain't do nothing. I said, bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you one more time. I said, you better hope my roommate don't find out about this, man. I'm letting you know now. Don't let him find out about it. I said, I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? I said, well, you better hope my roommate don't find out about this, man. I said, because he really rock with you, bro. He was like, no, man. I said, man. He said, you think I should tell him the truth? I said, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell my roommate the truth, man. I don't think that'll be a good idea if you tell him the truth, bro. That's not a good idea. He was like, man, I mean, I'm just gonna keep it regular than doing what I'm doing. I said, bro, dude know what you doing, though. He was like, I said, bro, how did he know? He said, cuz, man, like, my baby mama gotta talk to him and set the phone thing up and be talking to his wife, and they done got cool. Like, I've been to him since 2 years ago. So he started breaking it down, like how they kind of know each other, You know what I mean? So I'm like, so you let him find out that secret, bro. I said, that secret is dangerous. He said, it wasn't dangerous back then because I wasn't utilizing her. I said, bro, you wasn't utilizing him, bro. Stop saying her, bro. He was like, man, look, he ain't gonna do it. Bro, he already yelled it out on the yard, bro. He was like, he said, ain't nobody here but you, Weezy. I said, yeah, bro. I said, man, cuz that joke. I said, bro, listen, bro. This, I said, my opinion, I think you should stop. I said, stop while you ahead, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, man, your roommate ain't gonna be trying to hit. I said, man, tell him she moved. Tell her they gonna beat you up because you ain't got to play no more. I said, bro, they ain't gonna be tripping, bro. I said, bro, I think you should stop while you ahead, bro. That's my opinion, man. He said, man, Weezy, it's too late. It's too late, Weezy. Business is business. I said, all right, business is business then, y'all. So boom. Y'all see, I try to talk to him. I try to talk some sense into him. He didn't want to listen. He didn't want to listen to me. So we go back in the building. We go back in the park. It's time for lockdown. This was morning rec. My roommate didn't go out. You know what I mean? My roommate's still in the bed watching TV. I come in the joint. It's all quiet. You know what I mean? I put my stuff up. Hop right on the top bunk. Start watching my TV. Quiet. He like, what's up, Sherry? You good? I'm like, yeah, everything good. He was like, what? It was all right outside. What's going on? I'm like, yeah, everything good. You know what I mean? I was chilling. He was like, yeah, I ain't feel like getting up, man. I just stayed and slept in, man. I just woke up. I was like, for real? Yeah, so I just kind of stayed. I just kind of stayed quiet. Like, I ain't want to open up no conversation, man, about this situation, y'all. Like, I felt like, man, I ain't really trying to talk about this, man. Like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get he's saying business is business, man, but like, what could I do, man? I can't say nothing about it, y'all. So, boom, doors open up. We come out. We on standby for lunch. I step out. I look. It's a dude already on the phone. He got the sheet up. I'm like, man. I'm like, yo, for bro to be charging $15 to make this man that he got doing this on the phone, like, this man really got a lot of time on his hands. Like, real talk, because he's always available. Every time we come out, he get on the phone, somebody like this, got the sheet pulled over their whole head, looking like a cocoon sitting in a chair. I'm like, this junk crazy. It was to the point where everybody already knew what was going on. Like, everybody was doing it. I ain't gonna lie. Bro ended up making so much commissary, man. Like, he ended up starting a store box. Now, that, like, you will see somebody come from nothing to something a lot. You know what I mean? But I actually witnessed Fat Craig go from nothing to something, man. Like, we was trying to make a meal. I needed turkey sausage. You know what I mean? I don't really eat the beef sausages too, but I like the turkey sausages. So I was trying to find a turkey sausage. I go to the store box. Store box was like, yo, I only got beef. He was like, yo, your man got him. I was like, who? He was like, Fat Craig got some. I look, I was like, Fat Craig. I was like, let me holler at you. So I go holler at him. He was like, what's up? I said, oh, bro, you got turkey sausages in there? He was like, yeah, I opened the store box up, Weezy. I said, man, stop lying. He was like, come to the sale. So I walked to bro's sale. I look in his joint. He got a bag of stuff hanging up on his bed. He got boxes and stuff. I'm like, bro, you made all that off the dude? He was like, go ahead, Weezy, man. Stop that stuff, Weezy, man. I said, oh, bro, you made all of that off the phone? He was like, yeah. I said, man, give me my cut. Come on, give me my cut. He was like, wait. I said, bro, listen, give me 3 turkey sausages. He was like, I was like, I ain't joking. He was like, I said, bro, let me get 3 of them turkey sausages right now for free. He was like, oh, what? I said, oh, you already know what to count, bro. He was like, oh, it's like that. I said, bro, give me 3 turkey sausages. He was like, he went to the bag. Like, I saw him. He was looking so pitiful. Like, oh, Weezy gonna line me up like this. He was like, just started tearing the bag. He was like, he grabbed 2 of them. Trying to like that old game in the grocery store when you trying to get the teddy bear. He was like, his face came out like this. He was like, I grabbed one of them jaws. Like, man, I'm just messing with you, man. Calm down. He was like, man, go ahead with that Weezy, man. I said, bro, I'm not getting in the middle of that madness, bro. I said, I ain't telling my selling, and that junk get ugly, bro. You good, bro. He was like, no. I said, look, I'm gonna give you this back store day though. He was like, that's good, you good. You ain't even got a 2 for 1. Just give me 1 back. I was like, all right, got you. So I was walking around, I'm like, yeah, I know I ain't got a 2 for 1. You nuts? Should have been free, y'all, so boom. I ain't want to start bro though, man. I'm just trying to just hope he get past this situation. So bro done started doing good. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, he got a good business going on. He's doing his thing, you know what I mean? Da-da-da-da-da. So I say another 3 weeks to a month go by. You know what I mean? So now it's a time again for him to have to talk to this dude again, the psycho dude that's in 2 building that he be getting the phone lines from. So again, he don't never really go outside like that unless he has to. Fat Craig, I'm talking about. So we go outside. And this is like around middle April, May. So it's good weather around this time. You know what I mean? So I'm going outside a lot. So I go outside again, dude looking for him. He like, man. So this time I looked up again. Dude is not on the yard no more. He's on the boulevard walking towards our building. Like, he was a psycho. This was another psycho that had suicide written all over his forehead because there used to be a million dudes ready to take him out at all times, man. Like he stayed in, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So he up at our door. So he at our door. So I'm looking, the CEOs ain't saying shit. So they open up the gate. They opened up the gate in the basketball court. Then they came and got us next. So they letting us all out, everybody from 4 building coming back to the building. So dude standing right there. You know what I mean? So everybody coming back. So he like, hey, tell fat ass, man, I don't know why he ain't bring his ass outside with my money. He said, tell him I said F him, F that she that he be on the phone with. Dudes was like, what? What you talking about? So the Richmond dudes coming up kind of like behind him a little bit, like they walking up kind of like slightly behind him like a little bit. They hit and jump, you know what I mean? I know they heard it. I heard it. Everybody heard it. Like dude was reckless like that. And that's what I was telling Fat Craig, like, just stop while you were ahead, bro. Like, you know what I mean? This stuff can get crazy like this. That's word, dude was like, yo, what do you say? He was like, yeah, let's tell him. I said, get him. After that goddamn she that he making all that money off, tell that nigga have my motherfucking money. I told him don't play with me. I told him I don't play. Yeah. So the door open up, push 4 building door open up. He coming in with the traffic. I'm like, this dude a maniac. So he come in. Like I wish he wouldn't have came in, but I see he come in with the traffic. We going in our building. This man is in 2 building. He 229 and crazy. So he coming out jump. He get the slider, you know, we in 4B. So our part is the first part to the right. So as you come in, so he walking the jump. He get to the door, he like, doom, 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 doom. That's how the jump said. Doom, 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 doom. He's like, hey, get Fat Craig. I look up. Fat Craig came to the joint. He was like, hey man, why you ain't bring your fat ass outside? He was like, I'm on the phone handling business. He was like, yo, I'm telling you, better have my shit, man. Yeah, I expose you, nigga. I told you don't play with me. So Fat Craig like, he had a face like that. He was looking like, man, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Again, my roommate didn't go outside. My roommate didn't go outside on this one, but a few of his dudes went outside. And I'll say, out of like 100 people that went outside, I'll say at least 30% of people heard this. Like this was dude was loud, reckless. He 229. He got off his yard. He came down to where we located at, went in our salad port, screamed at the man through the door. The secret was out, y'all. So boom. This junk was crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. We go back in the pod. So we walk back in the pod, everybody moving around. You see Fat Craig still standing over there by the phone looking crazy like this. He watching himself. I know he watching his surroundings. He like, his orange hat lazy as a bitch. That joke was super duper lazy orange hat. He like, you looking around. I'm like, man, shit crazy, man. So I look. I see some of the Richmond dudes kind of like, you know what I mean? They pull up. They kind of like, they talking to my roommate. I'm like, oh shit, it's like 3 of them over there. You know what I mean? They talking to him. I'm like, yeah. They were like, lock down. Lock down, get out that shower. If you were supposed to be in the shower, cut the water off. Everybody lock down, step in your cell. So everybody running, getting ice. It's time for lockdown. So I'm like, damn. So I'm just walking to the cell. But I see them talking to my roommate. I'm like, damn. Walking up, like, shit crazy, man. I know he gonna holler at me about this shit. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I mean? I fuck with Reg, but I ain't got nothing to do with this, man. So I got to say, I still by the door. He was still right there talking to his homeboys. The lady get around there where I said was that. She was like, y'all step in, white. He stepped in. You know what I mean? So everybody stepping in. She doing around, trying to get everybody in. Next thing you know, the doors closed. Doors close up. We in the cell. So I'm standing by the door. He sitting on the bed. So when I turn around, he like, hey, Shawty, you was outside, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, what the hell that lost ass nigga was talking about from 2 building? I was like, what you mean? He was like, man, my niggas just told me that they say goddamn Fat Craig got a goddamn gay dude on the phone doing that shit, bro. I'm like, what? He was like, you ain't hear it? I was like, I mean, dude said some old reckless shit. I don't know if it's true or not. Man, I mean, he was like, what'd he say though? I mean, you know, they told me, but I trust your word. I'm like, bro, the man just basically saying that he got a goddamn she on the phone. I don't know how true it is though, because you know, dude lost in is a bitch. I said the same thing your homeboy said is what I heard. You know what I mean? I said, but at the end of the day though, bro, I still try to save Fat Craig. I couldn't lie. I was outside. Like, I rocked with my roommate too. So it was like I'm trying to fix this. That's what I was thinking I was trying to do. I was trying to fix it. But still, though, you'll get tangled up in words. I should have just been like, I don't know shit, which would have been like, it would have created tension with me and my roommate, which would have been a bad idea. So I didn't really want to do that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to do it, man. So I'm like, man, so they lock us down. I'm just in the joint. And he like, you think that shit true? I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. He was like, man, I'm letting you know, Weezy, man, I be talking to her, bro. This joint is a woman, bro. I wanted to say the people that you listen to moaning on the phone got his junk chopped off. I wanted to say that, but I ain't want to throw gasoline on the fire. I didn't want to throw gasoline on the fire, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna shut up and just listen. Like, cause I ain't really got nothing to do with this, man. So I was gonna shut up and listen. So he like, man, like I heard it, John. You like, for real? I'm just gonna ask bro straight up. That's all this shit. We men, shawty. Like, yeah, damn, like he lied to me, then that's on him. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, what you gonna do if that is the case? He was like, that shit ain't the case, man. I'll let you know that shit ain't the case, bro. So again, I'm still in my head like, damn, bro, I tell bro the truth. I know he gonna spaz. He gonna go retarded. Like, he gonna snap. He's gonna black out. I know he is, because I probably would. As a matter of fact, I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will black out. So I'm listening to him. He like, I'm just gonna holler at him. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So the rest of the time, he was in the cell. Man, this word, it was just quiet in that bitch. We was looking at TV, man. He looking at Sports Center. I'm looking at Sports Center on my TV. I got the headphones on though, but I could just see kind of like bro can't wait till the door to pop. You know what I mean? So I see him get up. He throw his flip-flops off. He put his sneakers on. He started tying his sneakers up. After they get finished counting his shit, he put his sneakers on. He tied them bitches tight. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit. So goddamn, the doors pop. I look up. I see Craig fat ass going down the steps like this to the phone. He going down the steps, ugly as a bitch. He get down the steps, hop straight on the jack. He on the jack. He got his back. He watching everybody. He like. My roommate came out. He was like, I was like, yo, what you gonna do? He was like, I'm gonna go holler at the nigga. His homeboys pull up. They like, what's up, Sean? He like, man, so hold on real quick. I'm gonna go holler at this nigga. He was like, hey, Fat Craig. Craig was like, yo. He was like, let me holler at you right quick, Sean. And he was like, all right, after this call, he was like, nah, they answer yet. He was like, nah, he was like, hang up right quick. Let me holler at you. He was like, yo, come over here. Craig smart. He over by that booth, which was a smart move. Like, you gonna be a coward and do some maniac shit like this, man, like, you gotta be smart. Like, that was a smart move. Because they try to lower his ass back to the same place they lowered that dude there. They try to get at him over the phone call. But he ain't fall for it. He was like, no, come over here. Come over here. So my roommate was like, fuck this nigga think. I heard him. Fuck this nigga think he is, Sean. He walked over there. He was like, at first I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I was like, man, I'm not missing this shit, man. Fuck that. I came right to the table by the phone, and I sat on the damn table, and I'm just looking at them. I'm like, his niggas is a little bit closer to me, but I'm sitting on the table like, they right there. I'm sitting on the table, I'm like, man, I wear this shit. He pull up, my roommate was like, hey, look, let me ask you something, Sean, and don't lie to me either. Like, it ain't gonna benefit you to lie. It ain't gonna benefit you to lie. So you know I rock with you. I done fuck somebody up for you. You already know that. So you know I rock with you, so I'm asking you nicely. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. You hear what I'm saying? Don't fucking lie to me. He was like, I hear you, Reg. I hear you, Reg. He was like, hey, man. Yeah. He was like, man, Reg hung that bitch up. I was like, oh shit. He was like, he grabbed the phone. He said, nigga, I tell you, get the fuck off the phone. Everybody was looking like, oh shit. He was like, nigga, get the fuck off the phone, nigga. The fuck? He was like, matter of fact, nigga, get you. He grabbed Fat Craig by the back of his neck. I ain't know my roommate was gonna do all this. He grabbed Fat Craig by the back of his neck. All I seen was a thumb and a middle finger. He had that nigga by the back of his neck and he pushed him. Man, matter of fact, get your ass over there. Fat Craig was like, what's up, Reg? He was like, man, shut the fuck up. Walk back there, nigga. So they walked back there kind of like by cell 22 a little bit. They was back there. You know what I mean? So his homeboy slightly behind him and shit. So again, I got up off the table. I'm like, man, I'm not listening to shit. Fuck that. I got closer. I walked up. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, shit crazy, man. I felt bad for Fat Craig, man. But he talking about some business is business. Yeah, nigga, sometimes you gotta pay for bad business. And this was bad business on his behalf right here, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. This was dangerous business. So I looked up, goddamn, my roommate like, yo, who the fuck that you got niggas on the phone listening to? Who the fuck is that on the phone, man? Cause that whack ass nigga that say you owe him, he told niggas that's a fucking man that you got niggas listening to on the phone. That nigga Fat Craig was like, man, business is business, man. Why is y'all mad? Business, he was like, what? He was like, business is business. Business is business. Why the hell is y'all mad? He was like, what you mean business is business? Answer my fucking question, shawty. And he was like, man, look, just like I told Weezy, man, the nigga got the junk cut off. I was like, I'm standing there trying to be nosy. This nigga told me like, this nigga say, man, just like I told Weezy, man, the nigga got up. Like, it's just like you told Weezy. Why the fuck you throwing my name in this, bro? So boom. The fuck? bro, I ain't got nothing to do with this situation. He said, man, this like I told Weezy, man. Goddamn, the nigga got a sex change. I said, nigga, you ain't tell me shit. That was the only defense that I had. I said, man, you ain't tell me shit. Fuck wrong with you, bro, Craig? You ain't tell me shit. He was like, yeah, look. My roommate looked back. I was like, oh, shit. He was like, fuck you mean he had a sex change? He was like, look, walk to my cell. My roommate was on his ass. He walked to the cell. He was like, look, I ain't never showed nobody. He came out with a photo book. He was like, look, this the pictures, man. Look. Nigga got down. My roommate said, grab me this shit. He looked, he was like, I walked up. I was like, I looked. Tall ass, light skinned dude. Got down. Everything was straight. Had the little short Halle Berry dude. Everything. Little petite looking motherfucker. Pause. Like, nigga loves a bitch. Got down. I looked though. Man, you can see the Adam's apple game. Man, you can see the Adam's apple game, man. My word, I see how kind of broad his shoulders was. I'm like, man, that's giraffe in the body looking motherfucker. And I was like, man, this shit crazy. I was like, yo, that's a dude, Buddha. I slid off. I was like, oh shit. My roommate was like, and he ripped that nigga photo book. I never seen nobody do that. He was like, he threw that shit across the pod. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo. That nigga Craig was like, man, why the fuck you do that, man? He was like, what the fuck you mean, why the fuck I do that, man? He said, yo. He said, everybody that was dealing with this nigga, man. Everybody that was dealing with this nigga, man. This nigga got a dude on the phone doing that shit. Niggas was like, what? They was like, what? What the fuck you mean? Hey, yo, that's true, Fat Craig. Fat Craig was like, man, you had a sex change. I was like, this nigga keep talking about this sex change shit. It's a man, Buddha. This is a man that we talk about. I'm like, yo, this shit wild as a bitch. I'm like, damn. So niggas pulled up. My roommate was like, man, fuck that shit, nigga. Goddamn, he started walking back towards Fat Craig. Said, Fat Craig was like, where you going, man? That nigga went in that bitch. Fat Craig came in there behind him. Next thing you know, you heard. I looked, Fat Craig was on the goddamn ground. I said, oh shit. My roommate was like, taking the net bag off his junk that I told y'all about he had. He was like, he took that joint, he had it to his man. He was like, here, take that to yourself. He went in his box. He was like, that nigga had honey buns, all type of shit. That nigga making good business. He was like, she started dumping that shit on the floor. He was like, Craig still right there by the toilet. I'm like, oh shit, nigga taking all Craig shit. Man, this nigga taking all Fat Craig shit. He took all his shit, man. That's my word. I'm like, damn, he took everything. That nigga was like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, fuck else you got, nigga. That nigga got down, lift up his mattress. That nigga had massive deodorants and hygiene and toothpaste. He had them shits under his mattress. I never seen nobody do that. That was a crazy hiding place. This nigga had his hygiene under his mattress. Nigga flipped that nigga had toothpaste, deodorants, all type of shit under there. Soap. Nigga grabbed that shit. Nigga just was passing that shit out. Niggas was coming back like, yo, man, this fat motherfucker did this shit. Another dude pulled up from Tidewater. He was like, hey, Fat Craig, is that shit true, man? That shit true. That shit true. Fat Craig was like, man, look, man, y'all niggas complaining, business is business. Y'all was getting what y'all want. All you heard was dude was like, nigga started kicking that nigga. He was like, Fat Craig was like, that nigga ball up games on 1,000. He kicking the hell out of his fat ass. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Talking about some business is business. My roommate got out. He was like, motherfucker, yeah, bitch ass nigga, boom. He kicked that nigga in the stomach hard as a bitch. I was like, oh shit. He's like, nah, fuck this nigga Weezy. Fuck this nigga, man. Fuck around with this nigga, man. You don't do no shit like that, man. You got me fucking goddamn masturbating to a motherfucking man. What the fuck is wrong with you, Sean? I was like, oh, shit. I was like, yo, this shit crazy, man. I wanted to stop my roommate, but I couldn't, y'all. Like, this is kind of like a major disrespect, man. This is when hustling goes wrong. This is when your ass is doing the wrong thing and you might have to pay for it. My roommate started beating his motherfucking ass, man. His homeboys came in that bitch. And then the bank began. That's when I seen it was crazy. Next thing you know, lady was like, sale break over with. Doors start closing. I was like this. I grabbed the door. I was like, yo, bro, come on, Reg. Come on, Reg. He was like, nah, let the door go, Weezy. Let the door go. I was like, I let that bitch go. That shit say, boosh. Door closed. Next thing you know, cut go on that bitch. They in there beating the fuck out Fat Craig. I'm like, oh. I felt fucked up, man. Slightly. Because he wanted to be a hustler, but sometimes you gotta know how to hustle, man. You gotta hustle the right thing. You can't hustle the wrong thing, man. You can't hustle a fucking transgender moaning on the phone to niggas in prison that is straight. Are you nuts? Your ass might fucking get unalive for that dumb ass shit, man. As I'm just thinking about this shit, all you hear is them beating his ass. They still in there fucking him up, my word. They fucked that nigga up. They fucked that nigga. They fucked Fat Craig fat ass up, my word. They beat his ass. They beat that nigga ass to cell break again. Cell break came around, they got the door open. My roommate came out, he was like, that nigga shit, he was bleeding, he was like, he went to the cell, it's my word. They said, stab off a child. Stab off a child. Everybody come out the joint, they done robbed the nigga. My word, bro, we go to child. Goddamn, we come back from child. I didn't even know, Fat Craig definitely can't go to child. When we look up, we seen COs, a bunch of COs going towards Ford building. Man, when we got back, man, they was already in there waiting for us. All the COs was in there waiting for us. As soon as we got in that motherfucker, they locked us all down. Locked the whole pod down. As soon as we locked down, I looked up, they was coming straight to cell 19. They opened the door. They called my roommate last name. Come on. He was like, where I'm going? He was like, to the fucking hole. That's what the sergeant said, to the fucking hole. You know what you did? He was like, all right, sure. I was like, man. I got him up. I was like, damn, I got a bottom bump now though, but shh. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, man. Shit madness in penitentiary. Y'all was doing no bullshit, man. Fat Craig was wildin', man. Man, they beat Fat Craig ass. Long story short, man. My roommate went to the Bing. He got out the hole probably like a month later. Fat Craig checked in, got out the hole probably 2 weeks later. But he didn't come to 4 building. He sent him to 2 building, man. He went to 2 building and he was down there with the nigga that put him on blast. And you know when I seen him on the yard? Goddamn, he was hanging with the nigga that put him on blast. I was like, niggas was like, yeah, he be having the 3 ways and shit, so he doing the same shit. I made sure I told my niggas that's in the pod, I said, yo, bro, don't do no phone sex plays with that. And he's like, yeah, we heard about that shit. No, we ain't fucking with him with that. He got 3 ways though. I was like, yo, that shit crazy, man. He was like, yeah, that nigga dumb as a bitch. That nigga seen me, he was like, Fat Craig seen me, he didn't speak. He was like, I read his brain, he was like, fuck you, Weezy. I was like, nigga, I ain't do shit, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga, you threw my name in until I told Weezy that he got his sex change. Nigga, you ain't tell me shit. But I ain't got nothing to do with it, man. But that was wild, man. That shit was wild, man. He learned his lesson from that shit, man. Them niggas beat the dog shit out of his ass on everything, man. But that was a crazy situation. But that's the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count, man. Stay y'all ass out the way for you can live out here with your family forever. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger. That's what I y'all do with this one. Like, share, subscribe, this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.